keep telling me to make it, yeah, to the spot where we would stay lit, and finish bottles never wasted, yeah, cause that's where I'm from.
What's up, guys? I'm Brandon Kyle here with another episode of On Campus presented by the Solano College Sports Network. Today, I'm joined by special guest Terrence Saeteurn. Terrence is one of California's hottest MMA prospects. He has a 5-0 record with 4 of those wins coming by TKO. Terrence, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Definitely. So you're 5-0 in MMA. How long have you been training and competing in mixed martial arts?
I started training in mixed martial arts April 1st of last year, so a little bit over a year now, a year and some change.
Wow, that's a lot of fights for just a year. Did you have any experience in combat sports before this, or did you just start fresh last year?
I wrestled all the way through high school, well, freshman through senior year in high school. I started wrestling when I was 9, and then I didn't really start to understand what I was doing or understanding the movement until I was 16. So sophomore year in high school.
Nice. And then so you stopped doing combat sports for a couple years, and then how'd you find MMA? Where do you train, and what brought you back to combat sports?
I got a job after high school, and I just been working, and I was just thinking, I thought about it a lot, and MMA has always been something that I wanted to do, even when I was a kid, when I first started wrestling. But yeah, I was just thinking to myself, if I don't do it now, I don't want to be 40, 50 years old thinking back I always wanted to try this, and I don't know, I didn't want to live with that regret.
Cool. Yeah. Very cool. So you're 5-0. That's a pretty impressive record. You finished 4 of your fights. What was your toughest fight, so far, would you say?
My toughest fight so far probably would be my 3rd fight for Bay Area Combat. It was against Cesar Hernandez. He fought out of Team Dragon House. That fight was the only fight that I didn't finish. It went all 3 rounds. So yeah, for sure, that was the toughest fight. Yeah,
and then I think that you had a championship fight recently, right?
I did.
And then that was a tough fight too. I saw the replay of that fight, and it looked like you were fighting off a lot of submissions and whatnot. What happened in that last fight?
The last fight was on May 4th in Roseville for Panda Cup MMA for their flyweight title. It was against Javier Martinez from Team Alpha Male.
Great team, by the way, in Sacramento.
Yeah, definitely. I just remember going out there, and he hit me with the first shot that he threw, and he started throwing a combination, and then I just took a step back. I threw my left hook, and then I went to go throw my right hook, and then in the middle of me throwing my right hook, he was on his way down already. So I was oh, okay. I went to finish the fight. I jumped right into an armbar triangle. I was defending an armbar triangle for a little bit after that, and then I ended up getting out. I took his back and then just picked my shots. And once I felt like I was able to sink both of my hooks in, I sunk both my hooks in. I arched back. I didn't really feel him try to fight to get back up. So I was just I can finish him here.
So you basically got him down. You got on his back, and you just kept throwing until the referee stopped the fight.
Yeah.
Nice.
Pretty much.
So what keeps you interested in MMA? What's the draw to it for you?
Other than the fact that I've always wanted to do it since I started wrestling, I don't know, man. It's just it's so just real to you. It's so honest with you. It's kind of like life. If you don't try to evolve, then you're gonna get eaten up. Pretty much.
I believe it.
Pretty much, and that and the journey for sure. You meet a lot of people that you probably never thought you'd be able to meet, and training with some of the people that you see on TV, some professional fighters and stuff. That stuff is that's probably the most interesting thing to me for sure.
Very cool. Now, what would you say is the most difficult, challenging, toughest part of the sport so far in your career?
The mental aspect of it. Going to practice every day, getting beat up, and you're still going back. You gotta be I don't know, either crazy or stupid. It's just to
Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit of both.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of both. Yeah, like to just want to just keep going back and to just keep wanting to learn more and to just be hungry for more. And
now, most people, when you ask that question, they say the weight cut, which he's in the middle of a weight cut right now, folks, because you're fighting this weekend. So, what is the weight cut for, like for you?
That also has something to do with the mental aspect of it too. Like cutting weight is definitely like mentally challenging. Like if that makes any sense, like it just really really makes you focus on what you're trying to do. Like whatever you're doing, you really have to focus, and like you don't really have energy for much, sometimes, and you don't, so you can't really push as hard as you want to, but you got to.
Yeah.
You got to just suck it up and just go.
Persevere through it, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome. Well, we're glad you took the time to join us today, guys. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we return, we'll talk to Terrence of the fight he's got coming up here this weekend, right here on the Solano College Sports Network.
If you are interested in a career in sports broadcasting, whether you're commentating a live game
or hosting your own TV show,
or working behind the scenes, then this is the class for you.
For more information, contact Greg Poff, that's me, at solano.edu.
We hope to see you here next semester, and remember,
it's more than just sports, it's an education.
Back, guys. We're here with Terrence Saeteurn on our episode of On Campus, presented by the Solano College Sports Network. Terrence, you got a big fight coming up this weekend in Napa. Tell us a little bit about this fight coming up on Saturday.
It's for the inaugural Bay Area Combat Flyweight Championship. This is their first belt, so if I win, I'd be their first.
You say flyweight, that's 125 pounds and under.
Yeah,
Okay.
125 pounds. So if I win, that means I'll be the first, amateur Bay Area Combat Flyweight champion. My fight's against this guy. His name is Andrew Johnson Correa.
Okay.
He also fights out of Dragon House, and that's pretty much all I know about him. I don't really know too much about him.
Nice. What are you doing in preparation for this fight? What has camp been like? What are you working on?
Nothing any different than before. I've just been going to practice and getting beat up, pretty much. Like that's pretty much it. Focusing. I feel like a lot of people, since my last two fights, like I got put in some submissions, but I got out of them. People are thinking that like I'm not too good at jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
So I mean, I've been working on my jiu-jitsu quite a lot, and yeah, that's about it though. Everything else has just been the same. Just been going to practice, just been working hard, getting beat up. That's it.
Yeah, they call you, I heard, Wrong Turn. Terrence, Wrong Turn, Saeteurn. Tell me a little bit about this nickname. How did it come about? Who gave it to you? What's it mean, All
right. So my head coach, Coach Sonny Ramos, gave me the nickname after my second fight. We were at Hooters eating wings with my team, the team, and then we were watching the Max Holloway versus Brian Ortega fight. And we were just sitting there chilling, eating, and then he looks over at me and he's like, "Wrong turn." I'm like, what are you talking about? And then he's like, "That's you." And I was just like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Terrence, wrong turn, Saeteurn. Somebody takes a fight with you, then they made the wrong turn."
They took a wrong turn in their career if they're fighting. Well, you're 4 TKOs, 5-0. That's probably it's coming to fruition so far. Everyone who has fought you, it looks like it's been a wrong turn in their career so far.
Yeah, so far.
So you got this. This is a title fight coming up for Bay Area Combat. Steve Barnett puts on an excellent show out there in Napa. I believe the Solano Broadcasting Network is actually was there for your first fight.
Yeah,
if you remember,
my debut.
Your debut at this show. I think it was last summer around this
October.
time. Yeah.
It was October.
Or was it October?
Yeah.
Okay. But that's interesting that you're going back there to fight for that title at Bay Area Combat. If you win this title, what's next? I've kind of heard some rumblings about you possibly fighting for a California state title if you can pull out the victory in this one.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be cool for sure. You know, in high school when I was wrestling, I wanted to be a state champ, and I wasn't a state champ. So being a state champ sounds nice.
Yeah, you'll take that.
Yeah, right now I'm more of like like 2 belts sounds better than 1, and if I get these 2 belts, then 3 belts sounds better than 2. So,
yeah.
We'll see.
Keep adding the belts to the collection. Now, what about long-term future for the sport? You're killing it so far. Is this something that you're just doing as a hobby that you just kind of wanted to try it, or are you thinking that you are going to transition into a professional career off of this?
I for sure want to transition into a professional career. I want to. My goal is to like get paid to do this, get paid like some Conor McGregor money to do this, and quit my job. And this is all I'm gonna have to focus on. And yeah, that's the goal.
It looks like so far you're on that path right now, and man, we can't wait to see you fight this weekend. We're going to be covering the fight here at the Solano College Sports Network, so we'll be there to support and see how it goes. Co-main event, I believe, right?
Yeah, co-main event.
So this is the biggest opportunity you've had so far on a fight card, being the co-main event of the card. Are you excited about that?
I think I was the co-main event of the last card I was on too. But
okay.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, I like being the co-main event. Like, it's cool, but like me, like as a person, like me going to the fight at the events, like I'd rather be like the first fight of the night, so I could just go there, fight, and then I could just get out, and then hang out.
And then
with
watch
my
the fight, have
exactly,
a beer, and watch the fights with your team instead of having to wait backstage.
Yeah, exactly.
What's it like waiting backstage, all those fights? You're hearing people coming back all bloody and getting knocked out. The crowd is screaming. Is there a lot of nerves that are like kind of swelling up in you when you're backstage waiting to go out and fight?
Nerves, yeah, for sure. I mean, like, of course you get nervous. Like, it's good to be nervous, though. It's definitely good to be nervous. But to be honest with you, man, like, I don't really do too much backstage. Like, I'm just like, I'm on my phone. I'm like messing around with my coaches, and if I'm not doing that, I'm like sleeping. Like literally, that's all I've been doing. Like every single one of my fights backstage, I'm taking a nap, all the way up until like probably like an hour and a half before I fight. I'm sleeping or just chilling.
Now that's rare. I'm sure there's a lot of people right before they get into a cage fight that wouldn't be able to take a nap. So that is definitely a rare trait that you carry.
I guess. Yeah.
That's good. That shows that at least you're relaxed going into it. Well, guys, we're going to take another short little break here. We're with Terrence Saeteurn getting ready to fight this weekend at Bay Area Combat. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Eric Visser. I'm in my 5th year as the athletic director of Solano College. To experience community college and its mission has been an outstanding experience. Solano College has a very rich tradition in intercollegiate athletics dating back to 1947. I'm very proud to communicate that rich tradition is still being continued with fine young men and women that represent Solano College on and off the court. In the fall we have the volleyball program. We have a very successful women's soccer program. We have both men's and women's basketball. And then we transition to 4 programs: baseball, of softball, men's women's tennis, and men's and women's swimming. It is our mission to excel our programs and our student athletes in academics. All of our student athletes are committed to give back to the community. And we would invite you to be a part of Solano College Athletics by visiting our website www.solanoathletics.com, and you'll feel a warm welcome at Solano.
Welcome back, guys. We are here with Terrence Saeteurn on this episode of On Campus. Terrence has got a fight coming up this weekend, so we're just getting to know him a little bit, previewing his fight coming up here in Napa on the 22nd. Terrence, are you ready for the next segment? This is a little segment we like to call In other sports, this is where I like to ask an athlete some basic trivia questions about sports other than his own and see kind of what they know about the world of sports. So Terrence, are you ready for In Other Sports?
I was ready.
He's nervous. I know he's nervous about this.
I guess.
He says he doesn't watch anything but MMA and fighting sports, so we'll see what he knows about some other sports. Okay, here we go. In golf, what's the difference between a birdie and a bogey?
Is it the number of times that they have to hit the ball before it goes in?
That's kind of close. So, okay, in golf, par is the maximum amount. If you golf par, you get like a par 5. That means you get 5 strokes to do it in. Okay? If you get under that, so you hit a par 5 in 4 strokes, they call that a birdie.
Okay.
If you go over by 1 stroke, they call that a bogey. So birdie is you're doing good, bogeys you're not doing so good, okay? And you're not doing so good so far, but it's okay. Okay, here we go. Let's go common sport here. On a baseball team, the ace is considered the best player at what position on the team?
Pitcher?
Hey, there we go. So the best pitcher on the team, they call the ace. Look, you're 1 for 1. You're not doing so bad. All right. All right. I'm giving you some real.
Yeah, that one wasn't
I'm lobbing a couple for you.
That wasn't.
I want you to get comfortable here. Okay.
All right.
In football, how many players from each team are allowed on the field during a play?
What is it like? Like 10 or 10 to 14.
10 to 14, Terrence?
No.
There's only a certain. You only gotta have a certain amount of players on each team. Final answer, 10.
Yeah, 10. I'm gonna just
10.
say 10.
Close.
I think I'm wrong.
It was
Yeah.
11. 11
All
on
right.
offense, 11 on defense. Any
Okay.
more than that, then you have a little bit of trouble here. Okay,
right.
Let's go into this. Okay, what 3 activities make up an Ironman race? What 3 activities do they do? Did they compete in an Ironman race?
An iron. Like running.
Okay,
For
ding.
sure. Is it cycling and
Cycling?
and then swimming?
Swimming. Hey, look, you got
Okay.
2 right.
All right.
You're killing it, Terrence. You're killing it. You're not undefeated like you're on the cake, but you're doing great. Okay, here we go. In what racing league do drivers compete in the Daytona 500?
NASCAR.
Okay, so you watch a little bit other than.
No, I don't watch NASCAR, but I mean everybody knows what
Okay.
NASCAR
Oh, everybody
is.
knows that.
Everybody's
Okay.
gotta know what NASCAR is,
Okay. All right. Here, let's get into this one. If one horse wins the Kentucky Derby, the Preakness, and the Belmont Stakes in a single racing season, what title is he said to have won?
That I really don't know. I have no idea what that is.
So if
I don't watch any horse racing.
If you win a crown in 1 race, what happens if you win a crown in 3 races?
Undisputed champion. I don't know.
They call it the Triple Crown. That means that you
Triple
won the
Crown?
the Triple Crown. So if you win 3 titles,
Okay.
you will be in 1 year. We'll start calling you the Triple Crown winner there. Okay,
Okay.
so remember that for future reference. We'll call you the
Triple
Triple Crown.
Crown,
Yeah,
okay.
1 horse, all 3 races. All right, let's move on here. Winter Olympics. I know you're a big Winter Olympics fan, right?
Sure.
Okay, in Winter Olympic competition, the biathlon is a combination of what 2 very different sports?
Oh, that's that when they ski and then they do with the archery, right? Is
Oh,
that
so
the one?
close. You want to think about it?
Oh, the shoot.
There
the
you
shoot-
go.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's a shooting and cross-country skiing. We're going to
Okay.
give you that one. All right. Here we go. Let's go in world sports here. In the British sport similar to baseball, the hitter stands in front of what is known as a wicket. What sport does the hitter stand in front of a wicket? This is it's a British sport similar to baseball. They stand in front of a wicket.
Was it cricket?
Cricket! Hey, look at you. You got it. See, you're worldly. You're a worldly sports guy. Okay. Here we go. In the prime of his basketball career, Michael Jordan left the sport to play baseball for the Double-A Birmingham Barons. That's a minor league team for which major league baseball team?
I don't know.
The Barons, the Birmingham Barons, a farm league for...
Where is Birmingham?
It's Alabama.
Oh, okay.
But that's not, obviously, that's not the pro team.
I don't know. The Marlins or something?
The Marlins, no. Close. The White Sox, Chicago.
White Sox,
He's still,
okay.
even though he left the Bulls, he still was playing for a Chicago team.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna try to give you one that's kind of relative to the cage here. It's a combat sport related question.
Okay.
So maybe you got an advantage here. Who was the last American male boxer to win a gold in the Olympics? The last American male boxer to win gold for America in the sport of boxing in the Olympics.
That I don't know.
You don't know? You want to throw a guess out there?
I'm completely lost on
You don't
that.
watch no boxing? Come on, you're
really
a
boxing.
fighter.
Not really boxing.
You throw a guess out there.
Well, all the ones that I'm thinking about right now, they're not American.
I'm gonna give you one clue. Right? He's from the Bay Area.
Man, I'm still,
no clue?
I'm still lost. Yeah.
Andre Ward.
Andre Ward
From Oakland.
Okay.
Nice, good though. We got a consolation prize for you though. Don't worry. We'll give you a pat on the back after the show is done here, guys. Well, that's all our time here for On Campus today. I was joined and grateful to have Terrence Saeteurn, who's fighting this Saturday, June 22nd at the Bay Area Combat event. He's fighting for the 125-pound flyweight title. It's right there in Napa. It's a great show. Go out there and check them out, guys. Again, I'm Brandon Kyle. This is the Solano College Sports Network. For On Campus, we will see you next time.
The exponential growth from the program from my first year to my third year now, that's what keeps me coming back and keeps me excited and just like fulfills me as a person.
It's so impressive, and we every time we walk in here, you guys are doing something different. It's great. It's
Nothing but opportunities here, and we have sports to cover, we have the equipment.
Because the more ambitious you are, the more opportunities you'll have.
On-the-job training is huge.
You get the hands-on experience.
When someone asks who can do it, you can raise your hand and say, I can do it. So
Joining the class was the best decision I ever made.
I'm going to go to cut one. And cut one. Cross court to Audrey Jones. Audrey for three. It is good! With 1.3 seconds left on the game clock. Audrey Jones with one of the biggest shots ever.
the sky's the limit, really, with what we can do here.
College just got affordable. Up to 100% of enrollment fees can be reimbursed for first-time college students taking full-time classes. At Solano Community College, we are taking full advantage of this to further your future. With certificate and degree programs in industrial technology, aeronautics, biotechnology, and many others, Solano Community College is a staple for success. For more information, please contact the Financial Aid Office at 707-864-7000.
Welcome to TV 55. In this hands-on class at Solano Community College, you will learn all aspects of television production, how to use high-end cameras, lighting, and audio equipment in the field and right here in the studio. Whether you are looking at making better YouTube videos, educational or promotional segments, or finding your creative passion, enroll today. Get an art school education at the fraction of the cost. Visit us online at solano.edu.